In this session, what I'll be showing you is how to display the products entered from our admin page in our homepage. Okay, so let me just try to open it up. My Notepad++. Okay, we already have it here. Then let's try this time to code. So we have here a column 8, column SM-8. Okay, so let's try to first to put a comment. Okay, let me just try to change it first. 11. Okay, sorry. So we have it here. Start products and show products. Okay, so what we need to do is we are also going to practice proper query execution. So I'm going to open to my products. Okay, and I'm also going to do this one. Okay, let me just try to copy this first. Since basically our products and the products or the values in our products at PHP will also be the same in our index at PHP, so we can just copy this section. So I'm going to go back here, up here, then okay, try to paste. But before we do that, we need also to copy this part. Okay, so we decide to open our header.php. So as you can see, I've already added this part. Now, one of the things that maybe that you have noticed is that I no longer added this part. So we have a dot then slash, because they're already of the same level, or header.php is of the same level as my connected PHP. So that's why there's no need for us to add dot then slash. Okay, so let me just try to continue. Next thing that we need to do is let's try to get this section first. Okay, so I have to get this section first. Or decide to get first the query. Okay, let me just try to get the query first. Okay, for the query, so if okay, we'll try to anticipate that this one. So dot get empty. So if search is empty, then this particular query will be executed. So SQL products equals to select pr dot id. Try to read it again individually. pr dot category, pr dot color, pr dot dimensions, pr dot description, pr dot price, pr dot product name, and also pr dot quantity. Okay, so where are we getting this one from? Products as pr join. We'll also be using join. Categories as ca on ca.id is equals to pr dot category id. Okay, order by pr dot product name sending. Okay, so this will be it. This will be our SQL statement if search is empty. Now, let's try to add our code here. So we have here 12. Okay. Now, what we can do, okay, let's just try to open products. I'm going to copy this part. Okay, I'm going to copy certain elements here. Okay, let me just try to copy this part. Have your index. Okay, so product chat SQL product. Okay, I'm going to rename this part to SQL.prod so that it won't be hard for me to check it again. So MySQL bind product. Okay, I no longer need to do this one. I no longer need to do this one because there's no need for me to check it anyway. Since basically I won't be passing any values. Okay, so if product check, okay, let's just try to put a tab. Next is this part. Then last, okay, I have to put this one down. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try to check first if there's an error. Going back here, shopping cart, reload the page. Undefined variable SQL prod on line index line 51. So we have here line 51, SQL prod. Okay, so if empty, okay, let's first try to define it here. SQL prod. Okay. Reload the page again. So it's okay. It's already okay. So the next thing that we need to do, let's try to create another variable for, let's try to call that one as CTR counter 1. Then okay, let me just try to delete. Okay, let's try to add. Okay, let's also try to add CTR plus plus. Okay. Try to add here. We'll call this one as div class equals to row. And then also div. Div class call okay. Try to do echo here. Echo. Okay, we'll be doing for shorthand notation. CTR is greater than 6. my-3. Okay, set to close. Then we'll be using a card. So div class card div. Okay. Then last we have here div class card dash header. Okay, we try to echo. Okay, I try to check it here first. Call this one as product name. Since we have bind the results here, so okay, product name div. We have div class card body. Okay, let's try to run this time. Okay, there seems to be an error. Okay, let's try to change this part. Okay, so we have it here already. So Coca-Cola, Ligo, Maggi, Mountain Dew, Payless, and Pepsi. Okay, but we need to have a gap here on top. Let's try to reload the page. Okay, so there seems to be an error into our layout. So okay, so this one. Then let's try to add. Okay, so perfect. So we have Coca-Cola, Ligo, Maggi, Mountain Dew, Payless, Pepsi. Okay, so for the footer, let's try to add footer. Footer. Maybe what we can do. Okay, let's try to add it here. A href. Call this one as product.details.php. Okay, product underscore ID. Okay, so we added this one so that every time we try to click this particular product, we will be redirected to a detailed page. Okay, then we have their ID. Okay, so I have to go back here. So that's it. But of course, it's still not yet done. Okay, try to close. Go back here again. There. Then next is we have here price. Okay, go back here. So that's the price. Then quantity. Okay, then last here we have your echo quantity. Okay, go to the page. Okay, so we have there okay, so it's try to put it here. There. Let's try not to use this one, or else it will be identified as 200 per, okay, something like that. So what we need to do is you can just do something like that. Okay, so we have here price 200, then quantity 200. Price 20, then quantity 200. Okay, so that's it. So maybe we can also make some adjustments that instead of having it by 2, we can have it 3. So if it's 3, okay, let's try to check. Okay, so we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of, let me make it 4. You know, the page. Okay. So I think this one is a lot better. So we have here, okay, we'll also try to, okay, so we have their price 20, then quantity 0. Okay, let's try to add another detail. Okay. Okay, maybe you can make this one a little bit smaller. Okay. So Okay, so style, maybe make it font size. Can make it maybe 10. So I noticed, by the way, I used inline. So I can make it, okay, still very small. We can make it 12. Okay, so that's it. So or instead of quantity, maybe we can make it remaining. So that it will be much clearer. Remaining 12. Okay, so that's it. So okay, so this time let's try to make the search option work. So if you want, let's say we wanted to search for Lego, okay, search. Okay, so it doesn't work. Now, I'm going to create this one. Okay, I have here ID. So call this one text search. Also for the button, ID button search. So to go back down here. Okay, so dollar button search dot on click function. And then window dot location. Put there index.php. Or you can also just do something like question mark. Then search is equals to plus text search dot val. Okay. So let me just try to reload the whole page again. And then try to search for Lego. Click search. Okay. So as you've noticed, everything is actually already gone. Okay. So let's try to add it here else. Okay. Same set of variables, except that this time let's try to add. Okay. Okay, let's try to copy this part. Okay, from okay. Okay, where pr dot product name like okay. Okay, let's try to check if it's going to work. Go back here to our head to our products. Okay, we also need to add this part. Bind param. So we have here MySQL execute. So it's just above our. Okay, so have it here. Okay, if dollar get search that okay. So we have it here. Let me just try to check first. Check I. Okay. So we have here search. Then search here as well. Okay, since we will be talking about string, so search. Okay. If not equals to empty, about the dollar underscore get search. Okay, so go back here, say to reload the page. Okay, there seems to be an error on our work. If empty search, okay. Echo SQL prod. So you check it here. Okay. So this part is actually working. So MySQL prepare. Let's close this part. MySQL prepare project. MySQL bind param. MySQL statement bind param. Okay. If not equals to empty. Let's try to echo it here first. Echo test. Okay, it's not doing anything. Okay, so we have here already test as part of our output. Okay. If not equals to empty. The number of variables must match MySQL bind param. Okay, let me just try to check first. Fatal error. Uncaught argument. The number of variables must match the number of parameters. It's SQL prod s get search. Okay, let me just try to check this first. Okay. Let's try to troubleshoot first. Let me just try to troubleshoot first. Search in 72. View page source. So there you go. Search. If not equals to empty, get search. If empty. Okay. Test. Okay, so we have it here. So the product. Maybe we can, okay, let's try to do something else for our product. Maybe we can do something like this. Let me try to copy this first. Okay, going back here to our page name admin and SQL. Okay, let me try to paste. Where? Okay, so I made a mistake onto our. So it should be this part somewhere there. Okay, going back here again. Uncut our number of variables must match 978. No, okay. So search. Try to rename this one. Search value. So it's not yet there. The number of variables, especially for parameters in repaired statement. Okay, let's try to check this first. Check, prod check. Product name. Okay, let's try to remove this part. It's going to work. Okay, so basically I just remove the. Okay. So here Lego. Okay. So already have it here. Okay, so we were able to display. Now, what we need to do is just try to remove the single quote for our like statement. Then it actually, we're actually to make it able to make it work. So, try to use Maggie. Okay, what else? Try to use P. Um, okay, let's try something else. Okay, so this is our only way, by the way, to do searching in using prepared statements. So let me just try to go back to our code. The first thing that we need to do is we need to check. We need to create our variables first, just like what we did with our products. Then that PHP. Then we try to write down our SQL statement. So this is basically if there's no search there's no search criteria. Okay. Now for else, this is if the search criteria is not empty. Then we also try to specify all of the categories, all of the not categories, but all of the values or all of the fields. I mean, okay. The next, but we added this particular line of code. So we're on product pr.product name like question mark. Okay. Then for our SQL statement, we have here product check is equals to product prepare. So we also did a prepared statement. So if it's empty here for search, then we will be able to do this one. This one will be executed. Then we also need to bind the results. Once it will be executed here on this line of code, then once everything has been executed, then we can actually bind our result already with our product check. Okay. After which we can get already the number of rows. Okay. So this is the number of rows. This is where we can already display our number of rows. But what about the CTR? So I only use CTR since basically what I wanted to do is just try to add this line of code. This is for the top margin of my card or of my products card. Okay. Now let's try this time. Okay. So let's try this time. I'm going to open my main navigation.php, this one, and let me just try to okay, so we have already added it here, home. Okay, make home. Okay, so again, this is all of our items. Okay, that has been entered. We'll try also to make this one work in such a way that the user can already purchase, but we also need to add image for our product so that it will be even better.